to the big number, everyone. Big butts to big number. What a Friday. $68.7 billion. That is how much money Microsoft is putting up to acquire rival gaming company Activision Blizzard, as was announced back in January. However, the FTC said no yesterday and filed an antitrust case against the deal. Garrett, you've been talking about the economics of monopolies lately on Midday Momentum, but are you surprised the FTC is blocking this deal?
No, I mean, the key thing here is, what happens in video gaming. I think this is a very forward-thinking effort by the FTC to recognize that it's not just the gaming component. It's not just keeping Call of Duty on one specific platform, which I guess would be the Xbox platform. There is going to be, 5, 10, 15 years from now, when we start talking about the metaverse, when we start talking about the next iteration of the internet, the kind of compartmentalization of that. So the last thing you want to do is be effectively suppressing competition in that world. It's not just the FTC focusing on what's happening with Microsoft. They're going after Meta platforms right now over a fitness app that they're trying to prevent Meta platforms from purchasing. And effectively, I think one of the key things looking out 10, 15 years from now is if we're going to be moving into this next iteration of the internet, next iteration of e-commerce, the last thing that I think the FTC wants, and the last thing that I think consumers want, and I think the last thing that content creators want, is this centralized internet, this centralized next generation, where Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Facebook dominate everything and make everybody miserable all at the same time. So they're getting out in front of this, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be very common in conversation over the next 2 years. You have the split Congress. You're going to see a lot of investigations around monopolization of technology, and you're going to see more deals like this effectively blocked.
All right, so you expect to see more big tech scrutiny over this administration in the next couple of years?
Yes, I mean Lina Khan, who's the head of the FTC, she wrote her dissertation on the anti-competitive practices of Amazon. And they haven't really had an opportunity to really dive into that yet. I think that that's going to be really one of the key themes of the Biden administration in the second half of his administration of the next 2 years.
All right, Kenny, shares of both Microsoft and Activision, they were on the move following this news yesterday. Are you seeing any pin action trades in gaming stocks like EA, Take-Two, even Roblox in the mix?
No, but I like the idea of just sticking with the Activision and the Microsoft today. But, again, great question. Just like yesterday, pin action. The idea is, if you don't know, my friends, when there's activity and news in one sector, usually the entire sector comes alive with activity. But, I'm staying focused on the earnings reports and the QQQ right now.
All right, earnings and QQQ, while chat is really focusing on what their pets eat. And we have biscuits and gravy. My stray kitty I adopted likes lasagna. That's one palate on that kitty, biscuits and gravy. I love it. I like lasagna too. We have a lot in common. We're going to get into
spaghetti.
What? Your dog likes spaghetti?
Me and Brody, we do the Lady and the Tramp thing, which my wife finds absolutely disgusting. And every time my wife is absolutely appalled. I'm like, it's your dog too. Come on.
No, anyway. That's so cute. Aw.